Life in the UK, Test 4. When did people learn to make bronze? Around 3,000 years ago? Around 4,000 years ago? Around 5,000 years ago? Or around 2,000 years ago? The correct answer is around 4,000 years ago people learned to make bronze. We call this period the Bronze Age. When is the Jewish festival known as Hanukkah normally celebrated? June or July, October or November, November or December, or March or April? The correct answer is Hanukkah is in November or December and is celebrated for 8 days. What musical award is given during the Mercury Music Prize? Best Album from the UK, Best Album from the UK and Ireland, Best Solo Artist from the UK, or Best Solo Artist the UK and Ireland? The correct answer is the Mercury Music Prize is awarded each September for the best album from the UK and Ireland. Who was Boudicca? One of the tribal leaders who fought against the Romans, one of the architects who built Hadrian's Wall, a Viking king, or one of the tribal leaders who fought against the Vikings? The correct answer is Boudicca was one of the tribal leaders who fought against the Romans and the Queen of the Iceni in what is now eastern England. Which two of the following water sports are popular in the UK? Water polo, rowing, sailing, or surfing? The correct answer is sailing continues to be popular in the UK, reflecting its maritime heritage. Rowing is also popular, both as a leisure activity and as a competitive sport. Which of the following statements is true? Forcing another person to marry is a civil offence. Forcing another person to marry is a criminal offence. Forcing another person to marry is not punished in the UK. Or forcing another person to marry is common in the UK. The correct answer is forcing another person to marry is a criminal offence. In the UK, what should dogs wear in public places? A collar with the name and address of the owner, a collar with the name of the dog, a tracking device in case they get lost, or clothes to avoid the cold in the winter? The correct answer is all dogs in public places must wear a collar showing the name and address of the owner. Where do UK residents need to register their car or motorcycle? At the Home Office, at the Ministry of Transport, MOT, at the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, DVLA, or at their local council? The correct answer is if you are resident in the UK, your car or motorcycle must be registered at the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, DVLA. Popular social networking websites in the UK include Drupal and Amazon, Facebook and Twitter, Dropbox and iTunes, or iCloud and iTunes. The correct answer is social networking websites such as Facebook and Twitter are popular in the UK. According to the 2011 census, what percentage of the British population identified themselves as Muslim? 1%, 2%, 3%, or 4.8%? The correct answer is in the 2011 census, 59% of people identified themselves as Christian. Much smaller proportions identified themselves as Muslim, 4.8%, Hindu, 1.5%, Sikh, 0.8%, Jewish or Buddhist, both less than 0.5%. How often are elections held for the National Assembly for Wales? Every 4 years, every 3 years, every 5 years, or every 6 years? The correct answer is the National Assembly for Wales has 60 Assembly members, AMs, and elections are held every 4 years using a form of proportional representation. Who was Prime Minister after Margaret Thatcher? Tony Blair, Harold Macmillan, Gordon Brown, or John Major? The correct answer is John Major was Prime Minister after Mrs. Thatcher and helped establish the Northern Ireland peace process. What name is given to the person appointed by local authorities to be the ceremonial leader of a particular council? Council candidate, mayor, peer, or magistrate? The correct answer is many local authorities appoint a mayor, who is the ceremonial leader of the council. In some towns, a mayor is elected to be the effective leader of the administration. What is the meaning of the term first past the post? In each constituency, the candidate who gets the most votes is elected. If no political party wins a majority, two parties may join and govern together. If an MP dies or resigns, there will be a fresh election. Or the Speaker will be chosen by other MPs in a secret ballot. The correct answer is MPs are elected through a system called first past the post. In each constituency, the candidate who gets the most votes is elected. Who defeated Emperor Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815? The Duke of Wellington, Admiral Nelson, Richard Arkwright, or the Duke of Edinburgh? The correct answer is in 1815, the French wars ended with the defeat of the Emperor Napoleon by the Duke of Wellington at the Battle of Waterloo. Which court deals with the most serious cases in Scotland, such as murder? The Magistrates' Court, the Sheriff Court, the Crown Court, or the High Court? The correct answer is in Scotland, the most serious cases, such as murder, are heard at a high court with a judge and jury. What was the symbol of the House of Tudor? A red rose with a white rose inside it, a red rose, a white rose, or a white rose with a red rose inside it? The correct answer is the symbol of the House of Tudor was a red rose with a white rose inside it as a sign that the houses of York and Lancaster were allies. What animal is represented in the Welsh flag? A lion, a dragon, a tiger, or a cat? The correct answer is the official Welsh flag shows a Welsh dragon. The Welsh dragon does not appear on the Union flag because when the first Union flag was created in 1606 from the flags of Scotland and England, the Principality of Wales was already untied with England. Which famous economist developed ideas about economics during the 18th century and which are still referred to today? Robert Dudley Baxter, David Hume, Adam Smith, or Henry George? The correct answer is during the 18th century, new ideas about politics, philosophy, and science were developed. This is often called the Enlightenment. Many of the great thinkers of the Enlightenment were Scottish. Adam Smith developed ideas about economics which are still referred to today. Who is the ceremonial head of the Commonwealth? The British Queen, the Pope, the President of the United States, or the Prime Minister of the UK? The correct answer is the Queen is the ceremonial head of the Commonwealth. What time do pubs usually open during the week? 9 a.m, 10 a.m, 11 a.m, or 12 p.m? The correct answer is pubs are open from 11 a.m. What movie categories is Britain good at? Special effects movies, action movies, thrillers, or animation movies? The correct answer is Britain continues to be particularly strong in special effects and animation movies. What British artist was a portrait painter who often painted people in country or garden scenarios? Thomas Gainsborough, David Allen, Joseph Turner, or John Constable? The correct answer is Thomas Gainsborough was a portrait painter who often painted people in country or garden scenery. During which religious celebration do Muslims sacrifice an animal to eat? Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Fitr, Ramadan, or Vaisakhi? The correct answer is many Muslims sacrifice an animal to eat during Eid al-Adha. If you liked this video or have any questions, please comment below. For more videos like this, you can subscribe to this channel. Good luck with your test!